If this video ever gets posted, it'd be a miracle because movie '08, aka The Devil, is very frustrating. But I'm trying to give it an honest chance, even though it's super limited. Steve Jobs thinks that it's simple. Sorry about the air quotes. That's one of my pet peeves when people just like air quotes you to death. It's like, stop with the freaking air quotes. I'm not a violent person, I promise. It's just, I think sometimes people just read me emails and stuff that it's like they think that I'm just running like Cobra Kai, in the throat when people annoy me, but that's just not the case. Every time I see somebody air quote, I think that movie, I think it was Liar Liar when Jim Carrey, used to do the claw for the kid, and Carrey Yule's guy from Princess Bride did the, like, the claw, and you just want to twist his fingers. Anyway, I'm way off track here. I'm not talking fast because I'm on crack. It's just I know I'm rambling these videos and I want to get a lot of information in here. Quickly, in regards to some emails, yes, I've been kind of not around as much. I missed a Snark video. I got to go watch that because I know that Liz simply won't have it. But everything's cool. Everything's fine. Sometimes, yeah, I get responses to comments like, it'd be nice if you made a video and stuff, and someone's like, dance, monkey dance. I feel like Maximus screaming at the mob, like, are you not entertained? And then a lot of times, like, I get nice comments on my channel or emails where people are genuinely concerned. So everything's cool. Baseball is actually finished up. Got a little break for football camp. Football kicks in. So what's been taking up a lot of my discretionary free time lately is I'm rebuilding my website from scratch with some software and stuff. And I used iWeb last time, but I've never been happy with it. It was cluttered, and for somebody computer illiterate like me, it was something easy to get up quick. And I've never really been happy with the way things are. So I've never pushed it hard. I mentioned a couple videos. Mainly, it's got quite a bit of traffic just from the links in my videos. So I wanted something more professional, user-friendly, and simple, and that I can blog on a regular basis. So hopefully that'll get done soon. But I guess if buying this iMac was like giving a gun to a monkey, me doing HTML code is like sticking a finger in that gun like in cartoons and it swells up and bad things happen. So when and if that goes live, I'll let you know. But I'm making progress with something I think actually looks pretty decent. So I'll let you know about that. The other thing, this is a partner channel now. A couple people would ask about that. I have not monetized any of the old videos. I don't know if I will monetize anything on here. This video will definitely not be monetized, mainly because of part of the subject matter and my feelings about profiting from anything relative to someone's death. I guess I had a pretty good rant about that a while back with somebody, an famous person on YouTube. But yeah, George Carlin is who I'm referring to. This will be a day later, so I don't want people to think I'm going to glom on. But I will post it to relevant, a couple Carlin videos. I found a couple I liked. Any of those accepting responses, I posted there. The thing is with Carlin, I'm not going to tell you he was a great man. I didn't know the man. I'm not going to say like his influence in my life or anything like that. But I think he deserves recognition because, along with Richard Pryor and Lenny Bruce, they changed comedy for a generation, at least a generation. They knock down walls. I've heard pushing boundaries. They knock down walls. I'm talking Supreme Court hearings over some of the things these guys did. And I think the thing is, I think Andy Pliskin, I'll put a link of it somewhere. Anyway, he mentioned one time about comedy. He was just talking about how the easy ways to make people laugh, and there's an e-liberty on YouTube. I mean, that if your market is kids, if you just want to make racist jokes, talk about sex, or basically it's like talking about poop to a child. Yeah, it's funny, it's a cheap laugh, but to me, true comedy is when somebody makes you think. And the other thing, and this is something I think Carlin had a knack for, and I know a lot of people have beef with him because of insert whatever there, because he was an equal opportunity offender. He attacked politics, religions of all kinds. All kinds of things. I think when somebody can attack you as a person and what you believe in, and you still laugh, that is something special. A good example, my potato throwing mama, and people that don't know the reference about that, they can go and I said my mama. You can go watch your mama video maybe on my other channel or whatever. She grew up in a very conservative household. Her dad was a pastor, a Baptist preacher, I remember her watching George Carlin one time, and it was a special, and at the end of it, I'm going to paraphrase, but she said something to the effect of, he's going to hell, but he's funny. And I think there's a lot of people out there that probably thought something like that, or just really maybe didn't like the guy, but maybe even in public and to their friends and family wouldn't admit that they thought he was funny, but they actually gave it a chance to sit and watch for 5 or 10 minutes. A, he made you think, and B, he would make you laugh. And I think that is something a lot of people don't know how to do. A lot of humor I know is over people's heads or whatever. I'm not saying I'm funny at all, but I made stuff like that little deadpan stuff I've done a couple videos on this channel. But to me, if somebody watches something all the way through and a guy's wearing a tinfoil hat, you should get that that's a joke. And if that goes over your head, maybe I wonder how you know how to turn on a computer. But obviously there are things like that, and I think that Carlin was one of those things. He had a little bit of everything. He wasn't a one-trick pony. He could do deadpan. He could do outrageous humor, thought-provoking type stuff. And if he didn't dumb it down. If you didn't get it, he would make fun of you, and he didn't want you in his audience. And I think he deserves some recognition for that. And I'm not going to do the rest in peace thing, because I don't think he would have cared for that, because in at least one of his bits one time he talked. I think if he thought to him, if there's a heaven and hell, he would be smiling, looking up instead of looking down. So I'm gonna put a couple links to some of his videos over there. Anybody that, like myself, doesn't believe golf is a sport, that he had some strong feelings about sports in general, gives major brownie points in my book. But as far as politics, religion, anything, I mean, the guy was funny. Like I said, whether you agreed or not, I think if you give him a chance, he made you laugh. Other quick thing, I've run across some great musicians lately. Voodoo U22, the guy is amazing. He plays everything, and I'll put a link over there too for him. I featured him on my channel a lot lately because he's really good. It's amazing. There's soul and passion, and that's my thing with music, is when someone's passionate in what they do. There's a couple other musicians out there too, but I found I'll credit Heidi said for finding him. She's got some of his music in her videos, but I found some other good musicians. I may have some of their stuff in some videos, and I'll let you know about those guys later. But sorry for looking all over the place. This iMovie 8 thing is very distracting, and it's hard to. I feel like Dave, when he would look at his viewfinder down there. Dave's stuck in Oklahoma, and he couldn't look at the screen, whatever. And Dave makes some freaking videos. I know you burn out on the YouTube thing. There needs to be another redneck who likes heavy metal. Ranting at the computer. You got all these kids around the house. I know there's something to gripe about. If you don't make a video, I will have the faces in the wall attack you, and start making endless videos about how the new Metallica album would be much better than Dream Theater's. So yeah, I don't even know if Dave watches this channel, so somebody tell him about that. He's been called out. That's a vlog war. Some e-drama for you, buddy. Tough guy. I'm sorry. Sleep deprivation and HTML code in your brain will do odd things to you. Other thing, an evil genius who will go unnamed, who did some funny things at my expense the other day, brought a band to my attention, or I guess a DJ. The group is called Girl Talk With You, and I'll put a link to them. But they're doing something. They got a new album called Feed the Animals, I think, where it's pay what you want to type deal. You can pay nothing or whatever. Kind of like the Radiohead format, and I think that's a great thing. I'll put a link over there. And they do these mashes and stuff of everything's there. I mentioned Metallica, everything from Metallica to Britney Spears to 80s music, Footloose. I mean, just anything you can imagine. They mixed all this stuff together. They did the girl from the Mac Air commercial with like Eminem over the top of it. So there's some very entertaining stuff, and like I said, it can be free if you want it free. But I mean, I would support them, even a couple dollars just for that format. I think is great for musician lovers. So yeah, quickly, I guess I'm fine. Working on a website, new videos hopefully coming soon. Snark, don't punch me. I will get over there and try to watch a comment on that video. And she didn't mention that. It's just I know she won't have it, so I will get over there. Thank you, Heidi, for introducing me, I guess, through your videos to Rich Voodoo U22. I think I'm probably screwed up screen name. Feed the Parents, that album, check that out. And yeah, George Carlin, the man was I won't say he was one of a kind, but he was one of a select group of people that changed the way things were done, and I think that should always be recognized. So you guys take care of yourself, and this is almost 2 minutes long. Gosh, it's way too freaking long. So yeah, don't air quotes.